The shadow side of this Taurus new supermoon shows up as resistance, disguised as stability, where you tell yourself you're just being patient. You're just being grounded, when in reality, you're actually avoiding doing something new to change your life. You may cling to routines, relationships, or belief systems long after they've stopped supporting your needs, because the discomfort of letting go feels more threatening than staying stuck. Taurus energy doesn't always process feelings openly. It tends to hold on to them inside of their body. So instead of expressing fear or sadness, grief, or insecurity, Taurus might numb themselves out or overindulge or completely shut down. It's not unusual for them to also become quietly resentful. There's a refusal here with Taurus energy to move emotional energy through the body, which eventually turns into heaviness, stubbornness, or passive resistance. You might say, I'm fine, when you're really not fine. And over time, that disconnect builds. There's also control issues to watch out for. Taurus seeks safety in shadow. It tries to secure safety through predictability, through material possession, through emotional self-protection. That can translate into holding on too tightly, whether it's to people, to comfort zones, material stability, reacting strongly when that security feels threatened. Jealousy, territorial behavior, fear of losing can surface, especially if your sense of self-worth is tied to what you have or who you're connected to, but not to yourself. Remember, self-worth and self-esteem is about the relationship with the self. Relationally, the shadow side of Taurus energy can show up as emotional rigidity. They dig their heels in when they do not get their way. They struggle to adapt, to compromise, to hear perspective that challenge their reality. There's a tendency here to avoid, to forcefully resist, to avoid difficult conversations, to avoid change, to avoid progress, or to expect others to meet your needs without clearly expressing them. At the same time, Taurus energy can overgive in subtle ways, hoping that it creates security in the relationship. Inevitably, they feel unappreciated when it doesn't create that security because it didn't communicate their needs. Therefore, their needs were not met. At its core, the shadow of this new moon in Taurus is fear of change, rooted in fear of instability. And that instability can be physical, emotional, or psychological. This Taurus new supermoon is asking you to confront where you equate stillness with safety, whether that stillness is keeping you from growth. The uncomfortable questions matter here, such as, what am I holding on to that I've outgrown? Where am I choosing comfort over truth? Where am I suppressing what I feel because I don't want to disturb the peace? True stability is not rigidity. True security is not dependency. Depending on everything staying the same is not the same thing as feeling stable. This new moon exposes where your version of safety may be limiting you, so you can begin to build something more honest, more flexible, and ultimately more sustainable. Emotional intelligence means being aware, facing yourself honestly, and adjusting your emotions once you have clarity. For everyone, the main question is, where are you trying to create safety by controlling things instead of trusting yourself? This new moon is not here to support illusions. Taurus energy is about being real. This new moon is here to help us build something real, genuine, and stable.